Welcome back, everyone. Welcome back to the Go Talk podcast. So today we got a new topic today, and it's kind of hard, and it's definitely something that you gotta think about. It's not a simple answer to this question right here, and it's really personal based on the person. So what we talking about today is the top five, your personal top five musical artists of all time. We're not doing a specific genre. We're not doing a specific generation. All time. And I'm gonna start us off today at the fifth spot. Now, this person I have at the fifth spot is definitely a heavy hitter, definitely, and this name holds a lot of weight. And I got Drake. I got Drake at number five. Drake rarely misses. He has back-to-back bangers. He got more than the Beatles, all of these awards, Grammys. It's just undeniable GOAT. That's why I had to have him at five. What you thinking, Justin? What you got at your fifth spot?
My fifth spot, I'm gonna have to go with Daft Punk. Like, a lot of people don't really talk too much about him. Like, they just listen to him. Like, oh, okay. But they got like a pretty cool story. I ain't gonna get too deep into it. But most people know them for the people with the mask on. And the story behind that is before they even got into their music, they never wore a mask. And nobody liked their music. But once they put it on, that's when everybody's like, oh, their music is actually hot. So it's kind of weird how they got famous. But when you listen to some of their music, it's a good little vibe. It's a good little vibe. So they would be in my number fifth spot. But let's see, EJ, what you got for number five?
Number five, I had it was similar to Kareem. I couldn't choose, but I put Drake as well because you just can't go wrong with Drake. He definitely hits on like everything, the albums, the singles, the features. You can't go wrong by picking Drake. But the only reason why I put him like fifth/fourth, okay, I'll put him. I don't know. I think I had put like slash Nicki, like Nicki Minaj. Man. I ain't gonna lie. I kind of like Nicki. I mean, me personally as a guy, she hit different. I mean, like
that's a different level of hit.
Yeah, because like they came out the same time, and you think about it, they kind of on the same level. Just not Nicki, just not as obviously releasing as much as Drake has, but when they came out at the same time, her, Lil Wayne and Drake. So I kind of not Lil Wayne, but I kind of just thought of all three of them in one. What you think, Luke? What you think? Who your fifth?
My fifth, I'm gonna go with Childish Gambino.
I like that.
I think he's just like he makes like a lot of cool chill music. And he's very talented as a person, like as an individual. Donald Glover's a very talented person, and I just think he's super underrated. Obviously he hasn't released in a while, but yeah, I like listening to his music a lot.
I haven't really heard any other song from him besides that This Is American song. Is there like
every time he drops, it blows up. His old stuff though, it has like
DJ out discography because he's got a lot of good songs.
All right, you gotta put me on, bro.
That's true.
Like I only heard that one song, bro. I thought he was an actor. I didn't know
he's both. He's doing good.
Mm-hmm. I know Man's a jack of all trades.
Actor, comedian, musician. He's kind of good at everything too. He's a director too. Anyway, moving on.
Yeah, what you thinking? What you got at your fifth spot? I'm curious.
This is so hard, but I'm gonna give my fifth to Lin-Manuel Miranda because I'm a huge Broadway nerd, and for me, he just represents all of Broadway. Because I couldn't put every single artist, obviously. So I'll just give it to him. I think he has like a huge influence, not just outside of the Broadway community. So I think that I'm just gonna get.
Okay.
It's a good one.
You gotta put me on that music too.
Oh, of course. Anyway.
Yeah, what shows has he done?
Well, of course, there's Hamilton. I feel like everyone knows a little bit about it, even if you've never seen it. But also, lately, I've been super into the hype. Yeah, he was in the Broadway version. He started in the Broadway, and then I think maybe 2 summers ago, the movie came out. And of course, he did the music for that too. It's 10 out of 10 all around. This is an amazing movie, amazing soundtrack, amazing story. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard a few songs from that movie, Into the Heights, and I was like, look good. I gotta watch it. I gotta check it out.
Yeah. It reminds me of summer.
All right, let's see what you got, Rena. What's your 5th spot?
On my 5th spot, I put Chris Brown. You know, ever since he was a teenager, his music has always been albums and everything. Now I don't listen to music as much, but you always hear it playing on the radio. So if you don't like Chris Brown, like
Hey man, Chris Brown do be hitting.
That wasn't that music like that, I'm not gonna lie. Chris Brown is tough.
He
I say
do-
it's interesting you say that though. Oh, my fault. My fault.
Hey, bro.
Hey, all
bro.
right. Watch out now.
My fault.
Hey, bro.
No, I was just saying, like,
It's not that interesting.
Nah,
Nah,
didn't mean
nah,
Chris
nah,
Brown
nah,
was
nah.
hitting like that, bro.
All right.
All right.
Nah, what I mean is, he said, like, he be, like, you hear him a lot on the video. Like, you
I
still
get it.
hear him.
That's ironic.
And you get, like, certain other artists that you're like, all right, you hear him, like, for a little bit, but, like, you, like, do hear Chris Brown a lot. Like, if you turn
Yeah.
the radio on, you're going to hear him during the course of the day. Where you get, like, other artists where you're like, it's very rare you hear him. That's what I meant. Nothing.
Right.
Right.
Right. RJ,
Yes.
only awaited. I need your 5th spot, my brother. What you got?
Oh man, this was a tough decision, but I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna tell both of them, but it was between Zendaya and Aaliyah. Aaliyah, we already know she's a woman that is already made her stamp in R&B music, and she only put out 3 albums before her death. And the fact that there's a song in each album is influential. And Zendaya, though she's not doing music like she was in the beginning, she moved on to more acting roles and models and whatnot, model contracts. She has a voice. But she was like, you know what? Nah, she just went that way. And she has a spectacular voice, especially when she did this song Neverland. I think it's for the Broadway musical. It was something with Neverland. She did a song for that. It was absolutely spectacular. And but I'm gonna have to say Zendaya for number 5.
That's smooth. I like that she got in. I didn't think she would get in the top 5, but she's very underrated. Knowing that, like, she's not really known for her music, but she is really like that. So I like that. Jordan, I need you with your top 5, with your number 5th spot. What do you got for us, my brother?
Fifth spot is Weezy. My 5th spot is Weezy. I think it's pretty self-explanatory, but Weezy is ridiculous, and here's why. Weezy literally off the dome can think of anything, absolutely anything, any topic, and make it somehow make sense, and his wordplay is immaculate with any song you hear. This man can be out of his mind, think that you will never ever think about. You can look at records from 20. I'm trying to think of one. I forgot his last album. It was 2 albums ago, but it was one of the songs where he was just, I don't know what he was doing, but everything he said made full on sense with it connected to other topics. and it was ridiculous. So I put Weezy at 5 because it was wordplay.
They call that entendres when they just be hitting bar after bar, and there's little things within the bar that hit with other bars. He's just like that. He's very creative with it too. We don't just talk about the same
His
stuff.
creativity is amazing. So that's my top 5. That's my 5.
That is true. We need one more fifth spot. Rachel, what do you got for your fifth spot? Who do you have there? Rachel probably a little tired. Let's go into our fourth spot.
Well, I was
Hey,
gonna.
whoa. Can I say my fifth spot, brother?
Hey. Oh, Bryce, how you doing, Bryce?
I'm doing good.
You can say your fifth spot. I didn't know if you were still in your battle.
I got it. For my fifth spot, I got Sean Paul. That's a little, reggae type music, but I mean, all those songs, bro, they make me want to get up and dance. My mom used to listen to that when she was pregnant, and I was dancing in the womb since. So, like,
Hey,
How you know you was there? I'm sorry.
taking to the beat.
Yeah. No, my mama told me she remembers the pain.
Oh, okay. As long as you
Ooh,
know.
she
As long as
really
it's
know.
evident.
She said once the song came on, you was kicking a little harder.
Yeah,
the
bro.
pain was
started,
harder,
bro.
I like that five. Rachel, you got your fifth spot for us.
So for number 5, I'm gonna have to say Aerosmith. Between like Dream On and I Don't Wanna Miss You, I Don't Wanna Miss a Thing, those two songs, like, they just hit.
I remember. I know that song, Dream On. I like that song. I ain't gonna lie. Every time I hear it, make me want to go smash something.
That's a good song. I like that. I like that song. That's a nice artist, smooth artist to put into the fifth spot. Let's
I think-
move on.
Okay.
Let's move on to the fourth spot. We gotta get into these heavier hitters. And you know what we're gonna do here is I want you to give me your number 4 and your number 3, and I'll start us off. At number 4, I have a very special person, and I had to as I was thinking about this person and going through my playlist, I had to understand that this person really rarely ever misses. And I have Mary J. Blige at my number 4 spot. And Mary J. Blige has to be there because if you have any middle-aged black parent, you know who this person is. Mary J. Blige carries their entire generation along with other people, but she just does what she has to do on every song. And she may not be the best vocally, but she knows how to create a song, and the replay value on all her songs is just immaculate. Along with number 4, I have my number 3, which is J. Cole. Jermaine Cole himself has to be there. My favorite rapper of all time. You could say whatever you want to say, who's better, who's not, but personally, that's who I like. And all of his albums just have so many layers to it. For different moods. For Your Eyes Only is one of those you could just put on for any emotion that you're feeling. J. Cole is just one of those artists that really truly do it for me. So that's my 4 and my 3. Justin, what do you have for your 4 and your 3, my brother?
Well, for my 4, I got Maroon 5, the group. Like I just love their music so much. Like the melodies that they sing in their songs are just they put me in a good mood. They put me in a good mood. Like I'm feeling down or something. They just got that sound. It's nice. It's nice. But my number 3, I was kind of tied between 2, between Alicia Keys and Ariana Grande, because they both be hitting with their music as well. But if I had to specifically choose, it would probably be Alicia Keys, because that's a talented woman right there. That is a talented woman with the music that she does, especially live. Yeah. So my 4, Maroon 5, and my 3 is Alicia Keys. But let's see what you got, EJ. What's your 3, your 4 and 5?
So I'm going a little bit. The total fourth, I went for the Temptations. Because if you know me, you know I grew up. All they played in this house was the Temptations, and no song. There was not one song that I didn't like. Like, and it seemed like they never missed, even though they always had a different somebody. You just know it was the Temptations from the sound of the song, like from My Girl, How We Was a Rolling Stone, Just My American, all that. Like the Temptations was great. And for my number 3, I put 50 Cent because 50 Cent paved the way for a lot of, like, you know, the rap right now. And it's kind of like hard because I think I like I'd rather have like the New York rap rather than the West Coast rap. I don't know why, but 50 Cent did it for me. Like, you know, not Biggie, but 50 Cent. You know. What do you think? What you think? Yeah. Who's your fourth and third? It's fourth and third, right?
Yeah. Okay. So I was battling between two for my 4. It was either going to be Boyz II Men or Harry Styles. 2 completely different groups, or like people, slash groups, but they impacted my childhood and like me in like a lot of different ways. So they were fighting for that spot. But I think I'm going to give it to Boyz II Men, because that's just my entire childhood. Like in the car, like going anywhere, that's what my parents would play. Well, that's one of the play. So from like a young age, I was blasting Doing Just Fine. Like I was like 12 and singing my heart out to that song. So yeah, I feel like that just represents childhood for me. And then my 3, I'm gonna give it to Sabrina Carpenter. Of course, we like know her from Disney Channel, but even when she was on Disney Channel, she had some amazing songs, and she put out an album a couple months ago, and it's one of the best albums I've ever heard in my entire life. Like it very quickly climbed its way up to my top, like 3 albums ever, and that was in a very short time. I feel like she had made an amazing comeback, and yeah, she's just that girl. So I love that for her. Yeah. Rena, what do we have for 4 and 3?
Alright, so in 4th place, I put my girl Keisha Cole. When I was younger, like I had her album on repeat. You know, every time I hopped in, I would pop that CD in, and I would just be jamming out to her. I just love her songs and her old music, but now she kind of like, I don't want to say that she fell off, but you don't really hear her making heat right now. So that's why I had to put her down in 4th place. And then in 3rd place, I put Usher because, you know, in the 2000s, he definitely carried. He was, you know, considered kind of like the king of R&B for that time. And recently, he also has been dropping some good singles. So that's why I was going to put him, you know, halfway there.
I like those options. RJ, what do you
Yes.
have as your 4 and your 3, my brother?
Oh man, it was a tough decision. For number 4, I would definitely have to say Whitney Houston. And my first introduction to Whitney Houston was I Want to Dance with Somebody. But my number 1 favorite song by her, I think would have to be How Will I Know? And something about it is just more, if you relate to it when you have someone of interest and you're just, what's the word? It's not obsession, but like a high interest, but you're kind of scared of what they think about you or not. That's how I want to put Whitney as number 4. Number 3 was tough. It was tied between Brandy and this one artist. She's underrated. She's like underground. Her name is Rowena Finks, I believe. Rowena and then Fysx. That's how you spell her name. And though Rowena has a smaller discography, it, well, to me, I know, at least, relate to it a lot more. So I want to say it's tough between Rowena and Brandy. I'm going to have to say Brandy, because she is the R&B gospel. with especially with Full Moon, her Full Moon album and her albums before then too is really tough. But I'm gonna have to say Brandy for number 3.
All right, there's some good ones. What about you, Luke? What you got?
All right, so speaking like for 4, and this is why I don't like having only 5 spots. But so speaking for my 4, similar to what Jordan said with like really good wordplay, is gonna be MF Doom. I got introduced to MF Doom off of the Boondock soundtrack, and I went and listened to him, and he be doing his thing, bro. In peace to the man, but yeah, MF Doom got it. And then for number 3, it was a cross between Bill Withers and Bob Marley, because it's similar music and it came out around the same time. But what's closer to my heart is definitely Bob Marley. So I'm gonna go with Bob Marley at my number 3 spot.
I like that. Those are definitely some heavy hitters. What do you got? Jordan?
So this one from my 4th spot is looking at tie. So for the 4th spot, I have Erykah Badu and I have Sade. So Erykah Badu and Sade, they kind of similar if you truly think about how they sing.
100%.
So Erykah Badu is also kind of slight wordplay, but she's so versatile when it comes to singing and it comes to rapping, because she can do both very well. So one of my favorite songs from her is Apple Tree. If you go listen to that song, it just shows her versatility between those two. But Sade, it's just a perfect mixture of her singing and jazz.
Spring cleaning vibe.
Yeah, so it's just you can blast it in the house. And it's perfect. It just sets a perfect mood. So basically, here's my 2. It's my 3rd. My 3rd, I have Uzi. And the reason why I have Uzi is, now when I have Uzi, if you listen to Eternal, that whole album, I was in love with it. I was absolutely in love with it.
Yeah.
Eternal was amazing to me. You couldn't tell me nothing about it. You couldn't tell me anything. I used to play that song. Play the album nonstop. So Uzi, he just set the vibe. He set the standard. Even if some people say, "Oh, he's a mumble rapper," if you truly think of it, if you truly listen to what he says, and you just feel the vibe, Uzi is just top 5 to me. Okay, so yeah, that's my 3. That's my 3.
I like that. That was smooth. Now, Bryce, let's hear your number 4, your number 3.
Alright, so for number 4, like Luke said, it's kind of hard to pick 5. Before, I had like 3 people going through my mind. I had Rihanna, Chris Brown, and Bruno Mars. And like, I can't really choose between them, because like they all make good music, feel good music, kind of same genre. But I guess I would give it to Bruno Mars. But yeah, that's my 4th spot. And then my 3rd spot is Biggie / Kendrick Lamar. I love Biggie. I know, EJ said 50 Cent was for him, but Biggie was for me. Like, I love his wordplay. I like the way he raps. His music is great. And Kendrick Lamar, his wordplay is also awesome. And, yeah, I think they're number 3 for me.
I like that. Rachel, let's hear your 4 and your 3. We gotta hear it.
So for me, at number 4, I have Journey. I really like Journey. It's like my feel-good music when I'm sad, And then at number 3, I'm gonna have to say, probably Mariah Carey. I really like Mariah. So, yeah, that's my number 3, number 4.
Like that. Those are some vocalists. They can really do it. let's get into these hardcore top threes. These are the serious ones. These are the serious ones indeed. And I'll start us off. Starting at my three. At three. I'm sorry.
Wait, yeah.
Top two. Top two. Forgot we already did our threes. Let's do the top two. The last two artists that I have are literal goats. I really can't see in my mind anyone better than these two, but it's not a competition, so we're not gonna make it one. But just to let everybody know, I don't think anyone else in these top two. Just to throw it out there. But the number two, I have Miss Lauryn Hill. Miss Lauryn Hill has to be there. Miss Lauryn Hill hits all of the levels of rapping and singing. She can debatably be, if not the best singer, one of the best singers of all time. Women, female, women, man, doesn't matter who it is. She can hit those levels to be in that conversation. Just the same as in rapping. She can see one-on-one whoever your favorite rapper is, she can be on par with them. She's just on that kind of level. And that's why she's at two. And at one, when you think of a GOAT, there's plenty of names that pop up, but there's always an image that you get. There's always the one person that you see in your mind. And the number one that I have is Michael Jackson. I have Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson rarely misses on his songs. And obviously, you know a lot of the classics. But even now, there's a lot of songs that people don't really know, that aren't as popular, but yet they're still amazing songs that's super underrated. And then later on, they just blow up because of TikTok, because that's the day and age that we're in. They see another small song that's not as popular, but you know that this man hits on every single level there is. Plenty of awards, plenty of everything. He's just the GOAT. So that's my two. That's my one. What do you have for us, Justin?
Man, you was gonna get hurt if you said the word GOAT and they put Michael Jackson in there. I was just making sure you didn't hit your head enough. But he was my number two. He oh my goodness, all his music is so good. And he had a lot of unreleased music too that people still haven't heard, that is just so good. But nah, you pretty much covered it. But Michael Jackson, man, got some good music. So he's my number two. But my number one, everybody knows this, but Juice WRLD's my number one. That man could be, oh my goodness, chilling on the couch, chilling, and just start freestyle rapping. Like, he could rap off of anything, any topic, any time of day, anything you give him off of any beat. That man could freestyle, and it'll make so much sense, and it'll just be tough. But Juice WRLD got me through a lot of crazy days, through a lot of crazy stuff. But that's my number one, Juice WRLD. But I want to hear what you thinking, Luke. What's your number two and your number one?
All right, so Kareim literally took my 2 and 1. It was gonna be Lauryn Hill, and then it was gonna be Michael Jackson because, goats. They're just goats. I love Lauryn Hill. I love the Fugees. I love Michael Jackson. All the albums from Off the Wall to Escape. But since Kareim already chose those, now I get to choose something else. And I'm gonna go with my number 2 spot. I'm gonna go with Ye. Hey man, I know he got a lot of stuff going on right now, but he makes some good music. I don't know what to tell you, bro. He made some good music. And then number 1, it's gonna be Michael Jackson. It's gonna be Michael Jackson.
Hey man, great minds. It's really hard to.
I really can't think of nobody above Michael Jackson that I mean. Yeah, no.
This is what it is, you know. Let's hear what you have for us, Rena. Let's see what you have for us.
Alright, so in my second spot, I put Rihanna. Only because I don't know. Her music is just good all around. Even though she hasn't made music in a minute, she dropped that album a couple months ago, or those couple songs, basically for the Black Panther movie. But just in general, it's just Rihanna. Like, I don't know how to explain it. If you listen to her music, you'll understand. And then in my top spot, I put Bryce and Tiller. I don't really know how to explain myself except for the fact that his music is just great. And he's just, he really carried 2015 with his album. I think it was Been That Way. And yeah, I just love his music for us, so he gets number one.
Just to drop another album, like immediately.
Yes, he does. It would be amazing if he did. But his old music can satisfy us for one.
Leah, let's hear it. Let's hear your top two.
These are probably the easiest ones to do because these are the people I listen to the most. My second spot, I have Ariana Grande. We grew up with her way back when she was singing on Victorious. She was clearing. Like they should have made her the star of the show, but that's not the point. But yeah, and then I feel like as she's evolved, so has her music, and then we kind of evolved with her. Yeah, I think that she deserves a really nice. And then number one, the surprise of literally nobody, we have Taylor Swift. Yeah, her lyricism, unmatched. I've never heard anyone craft a story out of like their own imagination, but also their own experience the way that she has. I feel like for every emotion, everything that you've been through, there's probably a person that can explain it better than you can. That's definitely the case for me. I mean, there's sometimes when I listen to her music and I'm like, she wrote that with me in mind. She wrote that for me specifically. So, yeah, she'll always have my number one, no matter what.
Yeah, not gonna lie, Miss Swift has some bangers. Can't go hold.
I'm saying,
Especially them country days, man.
man, oh my gosh, I could do an entire podcast on just her.
All right, Jordan.
Y'all know I love my drill, but I have for one 2 spot at the lowest. I would say 2B. I would say 2B. A 2B spot out of Pop Smoke. Reason being, because the fact that he's showing his last album how versatile he is as well, and there's no one ever in the industry that sounded like him. You can't name a single person. You can't show that there are 15 other people with his voice. You can't show that person who has that type of voice that also can sing and sing as well. So that's my two. That's my 2B, I guess you could say. And my next one is Destiny's Child. That's 2A. So I have number 2 spots. So Destiny's Child is number 2. Destiny's Child is just straight perfect. Like the vocals itself just speaks for itself. So that's my number 2 spot. My number 1 spot is tied. Of course, it's Michael Jackson. I'm going with the Godfather. I'm going with James Brown. James Brown is number 1. James Brown is going to influence Michael Jackson. That's who James Brown influenced a lot of singers. James Brown made his own music with his own sound. James Brown makes music out of the universe. He really produced it himself. He produces music himself. He don't have musicians that can make the sound, but he makes the sound. He literally thinks he's insane how he thinks of music and makes it an absolute banger. So I'm gonna say James Brown number 1 and Michael Jackson number 1. But I think it's Michael Jackson. So that's me.
Alright, EJ, what you got? Your 2 and your 1.
Oh boy, I was waiting for this. Got so all mine from Bryce and Tiller. I had Michael Jackson at 1. Kanye, but I'm choosing different people. I had for the longest, like all of his music was just that's all I heard on the radio when I was young. For some reason, I never heard anybody else just T-Pain. To number one, I'm gonna just go with Usher. That was Michael Jackson's spot, but I'm gonna go with Usher because it's just Usher from his times with Pit. Wait, was it Pitbull? I think. Yeah, no, that was Neo. I'm talking about just like Usher in general. Like he never missed on most of his stuff he made, and I'm pretty sure if he came out with something right now, everybody would be in love with it. So, yeah, I'm gonna go with Usher.
All right. Rachel, what you got?
So, for my number 2 spot, I'm gonna have to say Bruno Mars. I grew up with him. Love him. His music is brave. Both his bangers. And for my number 1 spot, I'm gonna have to go with NBA too. You know, classic. Great music. Great artist.
Simple as that. Are we missing anyone? Is there anyone?
Yeah.
I'm forgetting. My brother Bryce, man. Oh,
Alright.
I'm
So
sorry.
it's all good. But hear me out. Look, I was gonna say Kanye for number 2. I was gonna say Pop Smoke for number 2 as my backup, but everyone keeps taking my stuff. So at number 2, I'm gonna do like a 2B and a 2A like Jordan did. 2B would be like Busta Rhymes for me. Another great lyricist, can rap bad, great music, love his music, always a vibe. And then 2A, I would say Beyonce. You gotta love Beyonce. Beyonce make good music. So that'd be 2A. And then number 1, of course, is Michael Jackson. He's just not, touched. So that's my 1 and 2.
Seems like Michael Jackson's like everyone's a number 2 and number 1 at this
Love to
point.
hear it. Love to hear it. It's certain things where like you can't really say too much. Kind of unanimous, but
And then Beyonce, I agree on the party.
Come on, bro. You know.
yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, I appreciate everyone for sharing their top 5. Everyone listening at home.
Oh, I'm so sorry. I got mine. I'll be real quick with it. I'm so sorry.
Oh, come on, RJ.
I'm
You gotta know. Let's hear it. Let's hear your last 2.
We all said Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson was gonna be my number 2, but I'm gonna put for number 2 Bronze Avery. He's somewhat of an underground artist, and if you do want to listen to him, I want to say start off with his song "Anybody Else," which is basically like a person that reminisces a previous relationship and wants to be back with that person. So he's gonna be number 2. For number 1, this artist was also mentioned, but it was earlier. I would have to say Mariah Carey. She has a discography that is well thought out. There's a song from all her 90s albums that are legendary and very, very memorable. Even her 2000s albums, between 2000 and 2005, they did not make number 1, but they are still very criminally underrated, especially her Charm Bracelet album. She's a phenomenal actor, musician, but yeah, I would have to say her because I've always come back to her. I've realized that I've always come back to her music, same as Michael Jackson and many others, but her specifically.
I like that because my Mariah Carey's vocal range is just mind-boggling. Everyone's heard it. The notes that she can hit is really ridiculous.
Yes,
it's undeniable. So I appreciate those top 2. And I think that'll do it. That'll do it for this episode. Thank everyone at home for listening to our top 5. Be sure to drop your top 5 in the comments if you like, and we'll see y'all in the next one.